Welcome listeners, you have tuned in to Up Close at QuinteALIVE. Today we announce our 9th choice for 2014's Top 10 Most Fascinating People of Quinte. This is a couple, we get 2 in 1. They are creative, they are talented, and they have an unusual hobby. And it's a pleasure to introduce to you today Jeff and Debbie Evoy of Belleville, Ontario. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Marie.
Debbie and Jeff Evoy, Japan camera owners in Belleville.
Yep.
Original Bellevillians. Been here forever.
Longer than some of us would care to admit, yes.
Yeah. And when I first came in here, I thought I was going to meet some Japanese people.
Oh, no.
And then I found some blue-eyed, fair-haired, gorgeous people inside who talk my language and have great big hearts and know everything about taking photos and film.
Well, thank you.
And I have watched the media come in here. We rely on you. We're going to talk about you as the 9th chosen. Most fascinating people in Quinte, and you are 2 in 1, and that's not a Certs commercial.
No.
And you're not just fascinating because you're this lovely couple that's been in Belleville forever and serving so many people, but you do some extraordinary things in some time off that you take. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, in whatever little time we do get off, we like to get out from the norm and do some scuba diving and some traveling, which sort of is great because Debbie likes to travel and I like to photograph, obviously. So we try to go to exotic places, a little bit off the beaten path, and I get to explore my photography outside my normal above water positioning and do it with my scuba diving, which we both do and enjoy quite a bit. Differences between using a camera underwater than there are on land, but primarily as long as you're paying attention to keeping your seals clean, and you can take, like current little ones, for example, now, like these guys, it's a little point and shoot that are very popular with people. They're just a normal camera, and they're rugged. Yeah, you can drop them on concrete from 6 feet.
Wow.
But they're good to 60 feet below water, so for most people, kayaking, snorkeling, romping around in the sea, shots around the pool, doing a little snorkeling, maybe that little excursion with the dolphins. On holidays, these things are great. They can act as your regular camera and they can go underwater too, so they're handy that way.
How much of a fright did your husband give you when he snorkeled around with the
sharks?
Sharks. The school of sharks.
Yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah, how was that?
It was exhilarating, actually. It was really good. We really enjoyed doing that part of it.
Yeah.
Cuttlefish, I think, were our favorite, though.
Yeah, the sharks were...
The which one fish?
Cuttlefish.
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 Member of the squid family.
Ooh. They're big, and they were actually laying eggs at the time we were there.
Yeah.
So the mother would come in and take the egg and then put it into this staghorn coil.
Was she watching out for you? Were you too close?
Well, no, what the pair would mate, and then the female would basically place the egg sac in her tentacles, move her tentacles into the staghorn coral, and then put the egg sac in amongst the staghorn coral. Therefore, the eggs are all protected from the coral.
And changing colors to become...
Yeah, so you can't see.
Did you capture any of that?
Oh yeah, actually, my one girlfriend, she goes like this underwater. I go, yeah. I turn it on to actually videotape it, so I videotape the whole thing.
Yeah, the little point and shoot cameras that you can get, they will actually, one button takes stills and the other button takes video, so you can capture a lot
like the camera you sold me.
Well, I wouldn't want to take your particular video camera underwater, but not without a proper housing, but you could.
But the sharks, that was interesting.
You
weren't even in a cage. You two were it wasn't that little, oh, go down in a cage and have it eat the bars kind of segment in the movie. You were in the middle of them. I guess they had lunch already.
Well, we'll assume they did.
You mean you didn't know?
No.
So, so this wasn't planned. They just showed up.
Well,
Oh, no, it was
it
planned.
was a planned dive.
Oh, they knew they were there?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They go
You
to...
went down there knowing they were there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How many were there?
Probably about
30.
30 or so.
And just you two?
No,
No,
there was a group of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the sharks didn't know who to snack on
Pretty
first.
much, yeah. So we sent all the men out
They
first.
took too much time picking.
That's right. You only have to be the faster swimmer than the other.
Were you watching out for the little woman here?
No, he was out in the middle, trying
I-
to catch them.
I wanted to get a good shot of them, so I
You
swam.
were out in the middle.
Yeah, there was a couple of the guys that went out.
Yeah, I swam right out into the pack of them, and they all
Okay.
took off.
So did they train you what to do when one of these sharks wanted to have a close-up conversation? Were you supposed to punch them in the nose, or
Nope. No, the guides were smart. They were back there on the boat.
is there somebody ready with some kind of a
No.
weapon?
No. Bandages maybe, but no. No.
Waterproof.
No. It's what you see in the
Wow.
movies is pretty dramatization. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fear.
The sharks are
Yeah.
the apex predators on the reef, of course, but they're not looking for humans as snack food. They're
We're not that tasty anymore with all that GMO and so on. We're just not that tasty.
too much fat.
Too much fat. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, they want lean, but no, they're looking for more what they're familiar with.
Yeah.
So they're looking for, the smaller fish, the reef fish. There are certain types of sharks which are more known to be predatory to humans, but in general, like the great whites, you see, those are the ones you dive in the cage with, because those guys are pretty big. But they're finding now that a lot of guys are trying to free dive with those, and I don't know if I'd do that, but the reef sharks and the black tip sharks that we were diving with, although they can be aggressive, they generally will let you know when they're becoming, their backs arch and their pectoral fins will go down. So you kind of know that you've got them in an agitated state. So you can be a little more cautious. But in general,
It's like any animal. If you keep poking at them.
Yeah.
it'll bite you. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if you're swimming down there with a pork chop around your neck, I suppose it might be a little more interesting. But no.
There are other things.
Yeah.
I had a shark. I thought it was a baby shark, but about 6 feet long. I was doing a headstand. My friends were on the beach, and I was in Hollywood, Florida, and I was doing a headstand in the water. And this thing, the whole beach had cleared, freaking out, and I didn't hear anybody because my head was in the water, and it was circling around me. So
Oh, wow.
it would have been funny to get up without a head, though.
Well, it would have been different.
But I
How old were you then?
I was only in my 20s. No, my parents weren't there. I was in my 20s, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a scary experience.
Yeah, because then I'm standing there and it's still going around me and I'm saying, come on in, you chickens, and I don't know that everybody is just, because I noticed.
out.
Yeah, but anyways, this story is not about me. It's about sharks, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking of great toys,
Oh.
this blew me away. I saw this on your shelf, and me being a film person,
Well, it's the
I flatter
latest.
myself. This is a miniature. I mean, I was thinking about having a dolly, to do the Hollywood kind of effect, short of putting up the tripod on my car and holding on to it, and
With duct tape, yeah.
with duct tape, and then stabilizing it and editing and all that stuff. This little puppy, tell us what this does.
Well, these are sort of new, of course, with cell phones and little pocket cameras doing video now. Everybody wants to add a little bit better performance to their own home videos. So this little guy has been designed to basically clamp onto a cell phone or camera, like that.
Wow,
Just
a
like
cell
that.
phone. I thought you were going to say just camera.
No, well,
Cell
you
phone
get better
too.
quality with a real camera, but yeah, you
Yeah.
can use your cell phone. And the arm can be positioned in various
That is
Well.
one nice Christmas present, by the way.
yeah. So basically you can
What is it, 100 and something?
about $120, $130.
That is so on my list.
It's got smooth running bearing wheels, which are,
Chase cat with it.
chase the cat or the dog.
I know.
But basically what a lot of new mothers and parents are doing is you can get down to baby's level with this. So you can put your video camera or cell phone down there, and you can move along the floor with the child or the cat, preferably the child, and do some child level
That's
videos
amazing.
to see what they're doing.
This thing here. Let me, how do I stretch it here?
Well,
This is the selfie stick, folks. But he's here, you do it.
making me nervous.
Yeah.
They telescope out, as we've seen everybody using them. Now this is a little newer version for the new cell phones. It has a little socket that plugs into the cell phone there, and it's got a trigger.
Why does the socket plug into the cell phone?
That's so you can put the
Push
cell
the
phone
button
out
down
there, and you can,
So you can push the button down
yeah,
there.
so you can position
On
it and
off.
relieve it.
I
release the
wondered
shot.
about that.
But when you're using these, you got to think
Right.
outside the selfie. Think of a non-selfie.
Yes.
Turn the camera around and use it to get up over a crowd, or maybe out over the ledge
So on my list.
of something,
Oh,
and use it that way. Don't think of yourself all the time. Think of what you can do photographically
yeah.
with it. And these will fit into, they obviously go rather small. They'll fit into most carry-ons.
That's right. All of this is very fit in the bag.
That's right. It was a
This
Canadian that invented the selfie, by the way, or selfie stick, by the way.
But you also give classes here. Tell me
Yes,
about
we've
that.
started that. We have started evening classes and looking at some afternoon classes for, we have a lot of clientele that are seniors and they have a lot of free time, and they're not interested in evenings, so we're going to be looking at running afternoon classes for those people too. It'll, invariably we get the person will come in with the memory card and say, my husband accidentally deleted this card and it's got all the pictures of our newborn on it or the wedding. Can you recover that? Yeah, we can.
You're kidding.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How
As
do you
long
do
as-
that? Is that a secret?
Well, it's a trade secret. Yes, I can tell you, but I don't have to kill you. First thing that people look for when they've had a disaster in the house, whether it be a fire, maybe
the
a tornado has
photos.
gone through, the first thing people try to save is the photo
The
albums.
photos, yeah.
Because
Well, the
that's-
cat.
Yes. Next to saving yourself, your kids, the cat, and the dog,
Yeah.
and before money, before furniture, before anything
The
else,
photos.
they try to
The
save the
photos.
photos because that's,
And the bonds. And,
Well, yeah.
you know. And then by then you're burning because
That's
you're
right.
going, oh geez, my passport, my
passport,
birth
yeah.
certificate.
car keys.
Yeah, yeah,
But no,
yeah.
But
that's
you can get all those again.
right.
You
Photos.
can for a fee.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Photos.
Yeah.
Once the old ones are gone, those are the links, the keys to your memory, and those are important things. And
Yeah.
people
agreed.
want to
Oh, yeah.
preserve and protect them.
Well, right now I'm scanning all of my family's photos for all my siblings. For them.
Are they all beautiful like you?
Yes.
Or are you the home beauty?
No, they're all beautiful.
You might be actually the most attractive couple in the region. So I had a sneaky. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how many
The contest is on.
we get. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Okay, so we're number.
Am I red yet?
Remember when?
Well, you already have a chance. I can't tell. But your husband's blushing.
Is he?
Sunburn. I've been working in the garden. Trust me.
And then you go home and you love to have a glass of wine. You said.
I do.
Does your husband have a glass of wine?
No.
I'll have a glass sometimes with her if we're having steak, but
If you're having steak,
Yeah.
that's the key.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I make the wine, she
And
drinks.
do you turn it off, or are you talking about things in the shop till you go to the pillow?
No, still shop and
You still talk about the shop.
sometimes. It depends on what happened in the day. Or a lot
Right.
of times it's what are we going to do in the house, what are we going to fix, what are we
Well,
going to build.
As you know now, with modern technology, you're answering emails.
Right.
The shop is open maybe it's open from 9:30 to 6.
6 days a week.
7 days a week we're open. But you leave the shop, you go home, you open the laptop, and you start answering email, putting orders together. So it's difficult for us to separate work from business and business from,
Right.
work from personal, because it's all interrelated with us.
Right, right. Yeah, it's your whole, I guess so. It's your vocation in so many ways.
But it is for everybody anymore.
Yeah.
Do you not notice that? Everybody's sort of the same thing.
Well, if you love what you do, like I love what I do,
So it's
so
not work.
I'm having fun. I'm sitting there with my glass of wine and I'm editing. If you hate what you're doing, that's
ain't no
not
fun.
good.
That's right.
I feel sorry for a lot of people who hate what they do, and that's a lot of people,
Yeah, it is.
you know, and they should
Regrettably,
do what they
there's-
want.
Yeah, but, I mean, the bill's gotta be paid, right?
So retail is in your blood,
Salesmanship.
salesmanship. Well, it's such a pleasure to see you again. Thank
Yeah.
you,
You're welcome.
You're very
Debbie
welcome.
and Jeff, Dr. Camera and Mrs. Dr. Camera.
Yeah.